So it's happened again. Apparently, I've been mislabeled again because some of my coworkers are not great with English, apparently. This time I was called a racist. And if you saw my last video like this, a coworker called me sexist or something like that. Um, this time they called me racist. Apparently, I'm racist now, so let's get into that. So, to understand this a little better, it might help to understand that recent months we've had four new employees that have started with us, and they're from Ukraine, right? And I've got nothing wrong with Ukrainians. I'm part Ukrainian myself. It's a big part of my background and heritage, right? And anyways, it helps to understand that buddy I was talking to today has had a falling out with one or two of them recently. And I don't know the whole story, but he was telling me about it that day. And apparently, uh, they got into an argument about something or a miscommunication about something because obviously she's Ukrainian, he's Canadian. They don't really have the first language the same, right? So, anyways, they ended up getting into an argument, and she said something along the lines of "oh fucking Canadians" or something like that, and he got all pissy about it and said something along the lines of "oh, go back to your own fucking country" or whatever, right? Which, if anything said to any of this, I think that'd be the racist thing you'd be worried about. That there. But you know what? I mean, I've hung out with the guy. He seems like a pretty cool guy, all in all, for the most part, anyways. And we're all human. We all make mistakes and say things that we might not have necessarily meant. So I was looking at it like that. Maybe they were just angry at each other and they both just said something off the top of their head and didn't really mean anything by it, right? Anyways, fast forward today. And anyways, this came up in conversation on first smoke break, right? Somebody goes, "Hey buddy, did you tell anybody to go back to their own country today?" And they have a joke or two back and forth, and apparently that's a joking matter, right? And then him and I get to talking again, and I ended up mentioning, like, because he knows I'm part Ukrainian, and I ended up mentioning something along the lines of, well, like, I'm not really racist, you know what I mean? I don't really care where you're from or what your religion is, or if you have no religion, or what color you are or anything. Like, I'm not really one to judge you on that. It's how do we get along? Do we get along? Can we actually work together or be together or be friends or whatever? That's what I'm looking at. But I mean, somebody's gonna push the nuke, or they're gonna be the one to start arguments and complaints and whatever. Yeah, I'll defend myself and I'll, whatever, but I'm not generally a racist. It's basically word for word what I said, right? Like I won't go about it in a racist manner. Now, of course, this is when they're like, you got to understand where they're coming from. You're being racist and whatever the hell she said, and you know, they're coming here from a country that's being bombed and blah blah blah. And you got to understand that. Like, first of all, listen, listen, listen. I'm part Ukrainian, and I've got nothing wrong with any of the Ukrainians who started here. I've hung out with two of the four of them. So I don't know where this is coming from. Second of all, I didn't say anything racist. In fact, I legitimately just said I am not racist. Do you understand English? You're an English speaker from fucking Canada. You should understand what I'm saying. But okay, whatever. As an adult older than I am, let's have this childish game, right? So I just let it be, and I kind of fuck it till the end of break. Just walked off, and let it be that. But later on in the morning, I decided to approach her on the floor, and I said, "Here, listen. I'm sorry for the words exchanged earlier, but I just wanted to clarify. Like, I was not racist there, but I also wasn't intending to sound racist. So I'm confused on why you came to that conclusion. But hey, listen, just no hard feelings. It's nothing against you. I just think you're a mis." She's like, "Well, yeah, no, I understand. But listen though, like, I mean, on one breath, you're all saying how you're not racist, and then immediately after that, started saying how you were." And I'm like, "No, I didn't. I literally did not say that." She's like, "Well, you implied it." And I'm like, "Okay, again, no, I didn't. You might have implied it. In fact, you were just joking about him being a racist." And then he even, after this conversation, said, "Well, I'll even flat out admit I'm a racist." But I'm being a racist because I'm saying I'm not a racist. Whatever, right? But, the childish people we have to deal with at work, eh? Anywho, hope you're all having a great day, and hopefully it's been better than mine. Take care, and hope you're all doing well out in the valley.